Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Changin Gears with your host, Chris Gear. Today, I'm with Dan and Alex Nineve. So, I'm going to be asking them some questions today. So, let's get right into it. So, this kind of goes for both of you, but Dan, you did, um, or sorry, being 2 and 0, are you more focused on building your record up and gaining experience as you go, or are you trying to choose maybe certain opponents that are going to put you to the test? And Alex, this also goes for you too. Are you looking for opponents that are really going to test you and make you a better fighter on the other end, or are you just more focused on gaining experience kind of as you go and just taking on whatever comes next and just growing as a fighter as you go along your career?
Honestly, like each fight, I just focus on getting better from the fight before and just getting some highlight reel victories. I like to finish the fight quickly, as I've been showing the last two fights, but I want to be tested like my next couple fights. Maybe get like a title fight, either this fight or the next one after another win. But we'll see what's down the road. Just getting better each fight.
Hell yeah.
Similar to Dan, I take one fight at a time, and I'm looking to get better. I'm looking to get better and better opponents as I go along.
You're
Yeah,
pretty damn good. That's what you are. What
thank you.
what's your record now?
Th 3-0 with 3 KOs.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So, okay. So, Dan, this is a question for you. But when you look at different fighting styles and such, what sort of style do you want to have? Do you have kind of like a certain default style that again, you kind of default to? Um, what do you lean more towards when it comes to your style? And do you kind of try to model your style after or off of fighters you may see in the gym or at a pro level? What's kind of your style?
I kind of feel like I'm more well-rounded and like in every suit of MMA. I feel like I'm at that level. But honestly, my top level, I think, is probably my striking. I know the fight starts always on the feet, so you got to come ready to bang. That's what I love to do.
Hell yeah. So, like, what would you say is maybe the hardest style that you've gone up against so far? Would it be maybe someone who kind of offers a lot of pressure, just tries to kind of stick on you like glue? Maybe it's someone who kind of tries to pick their shots a little bit more. What do you maybe struggle with that you want to kind of get better at? Maybe going against. What challenges you the most when it comes to like a certain style?
With a certain style, I challenge a little bit against, maybe like a more pressure fighter, but I haven't been really tested like the first two fights because they were quick and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
got the job done quick. But maybe we'll see in the future. Like I want to see like what I need to struggle on or need to focus on.
Yeah, like do you maybe like in the gym, do you train with guys who maybe do have a certain style that, have helped you a lot in kind of preparing for someone who may have that sort of style? Again, like some like a high pressure guy compared to someone who's a little more um, you know, paceful, trying to pick their shots a little bit more. Do you train with guys that try to, replicate different styles?
Yeah, for sure. My teammates are like the best training partners I could ever ask for.
Mhm.
And, like I get different looks each day. Just like different guy brings different energy and different styles I just see every day. So I'm ready for whatever comes at me, and let's go. I can't wait for the next one.
Hell yeah. And Alex, so you started your career off with a technical knockout against Bruno Saraiva. Is that his name?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So how did it feel winning your pro debut that way and in your hometown of Fall River?
Um, well, my hometown is actually Plainville.
Well, Plainfield, but you do train out of Fall River, correct?
Correct.
So how
Yes.
does it feel representing Fall River? Because you do train out of there. Um, I know it may not be your hometown, but how did it feel winning your fight in the same city you train?
Yeah, it felt great. Yeah, I love the city of Fall River. It's where I train 6 days a week. It felt great.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe
No. Yeah. No.
the feeling, but
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. So kind of now being a pro. And looking back on your amateur career, what are some things that you took away from your amateur career that you applied to your now 3-0 record being a professional? What kind of what things did you learn from your amateur career that you really that helped fine tune you into the fighter you are now?
My amateur career, I learned how to win, how to lose. Um, I learned how to get my training down.
How to be a good ass fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you so when you also take a look back at your amateur career, maybe at some of the losses there, are you maybe chasing some rematches to kind of rectify those losses, or are you just focused on different challenges?
I'm open to whatever comes my way. I take one fight at a time, and any fighter that wants to fight me can reach out to a promoter or reach
Yeah.
out to my manager.
So you just want whatever, whoever has the balls to step up. That's awesome. So you guys both train with Aaron Bernardo, right?
Yep.
Yes.
How has he kind of developed you guys as fighters? I mean, I've talked to him a couple times, and he seems like a fantastic coach and a guy overall. How has he developed you as a fighter, and what are some lessons you learned from him that really kind of transferred into the ring?
Coach Aaron is the man with striking.
Yep.
He's sharpened my whole game for my stand up. Not only my stand up, he's like pushed me every day in the gym, just working on my cardio, but sharpening my tools all around. That guy's my dude.
Hell yeah. What about you, Alex? I mean, 3-0,
Yeah.
he's bringing out the best in you for sure.
Yeah. Co- yeah. Coach, and I've been training with Coach for about 3 years now. And I've learned so much from him. He's a great mentor to me. He's a great man.
Yep. Yeah, he is a great person. And outside of him, who are some guys that you train with that bring out the best in you? Do you guys train with or have you guys sparred with John Gruber, heavyweight? Yeah, like just for
Yeah.
like who are some guys like that bring out the best in you when you're training with them?
Well, there's a lot of teammates to name who push me every day, but a couple I'll shout out is Thurman Hargrove. That dude's my homie.
Yep.
He's a beast in there. And Alex, my brother, he pushes me every day during sparring. Not even sparring, we like push each other with cardio, doing mitts
Yep.
with each other. But there's so many guys to name, and I can't name them all right now. But
Yeah.
those are a couple
Right.
off my.
Right.
well, every one of my teammates
Yeah.
I respect, and I look up to. All the kids are awesome.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
That's awesome. Because I actually I had Thurman on the show. He was awesome. He fought for Combat Zone. Um, Dan, you're still in the amateurs, right?
Correct.
Okay, so do you have like almost a bucket list for your amateur career that you're looking to kind of check things off, um, or do you have kind of like a total different philosophy, just ready to keep learning and then just get to the pro level?
Well, for the amateurs, you're just trying to like develop
Yep.
your technique and stuff. Just get the experience you need for like the pros. So that's what I'm like mainly focusing on. Just I know I definitely want a couple more amateur fights before I turn pro for sure. But when that time turns, we'll be ready.
Hell yeah. So, how do you guys build each other up? Because you guys fight differently. You're in different sports, but how do you guys build each other up as fighters? Because it seems like you guys come from a fighting family. Your dad has fought, and you guys are now both fighters with great careers so far. Um, how do you build each other up? Because you guys, I mean, that's a different kind of bond. Being brothers. Um, how is that kind of dynamic between you two?
Well, if me and Alex are at the boxing gym, we're in our basement lifting, we're holding mitts for each other, always pushing each other to the limits. And Alex is one of my top training partners. when it comes to sparring,
Hell
he's
yeah.
a dog.
Hell yeah. Okay, Alex, do you study each of your opponents individually? Um and again, I asked Dan, but what are some of the toughest fights to prepare for?
They're all tough. I respect all the opponents that come my way. And
Just taking it kind of
I
one fight at a time, like mentioned
yeah,
before.
it's
Yeah. And I kind of mentioned a couple minutes ago that you guys come from a family of fighters. I mean, you two, yourselves are fighters. How are you guys both looking to build up that legacy? And what do you want to pass down to maybe the next generation of fighters, maybe your own children? How are you guys looking to build up that legacy with the last name?
Well, we carry that pride with that Team Nineveh every time we step in the cage or the ring, and we never let our family down. They do everything for us. Our mom and dad, even our older brother too. They're they're everything for us.
Right. And how are you guys looking to make your mark, in the world of martial arts? How are you guys looking to, leave your gloves? What is the ultimate goal? Are you guys looking to kind of just maybe start your own gym one day and, spread your love for the game down to, some of your students, if you were to ever have any? What's the ultimate goal?
one day I'd like to I'd like to teach I'd like to teach my students that hard work pays off, and that toughness can get you really, really far. And yeah, that
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And what are obviously, you're a boxer, but besides boxing, what are some other martial arts that you guys love to train outside of maybe striking or jujitsu? What are some of your favorites?
For sure, I definitely love wrestling too.
Yeah.
That's probably top. That's one of my top ones. But striking is definitely my favorite. But
Yeah.
I love all the other ones too. Got to work all of them to be the top dog of the levels.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What about you, Alex? What have you besides boxing, because you're a boxer?
wrestling is a great sport. Yeah,
You've done a
Muay
couple
Thai.
jiu-jitsu classes.
So,
Yeah.
okay. All right. This is why, okay. I'll end on this question. Okay. How about this? We'll do a top three. Each of you guys, Alex, you'll do top three boxers. Dan, you'll do top three mixed martial artists, but top three favorite fighters that you guys like draw inspiration from.
Top three, I'd say, is Kevin Holland. I
Okay.
love how that guy fights. He's always brings a fun fight and never backs down to a war. Another guy I like is Max Holloway. Same way, he's just like the same style as Kevin Holland. I love the bang. And my last one's probably George St. Pierre. He was very slick with the striking, not
Hell
only
yeah.
striking, but his grappling was nasty.
Hell yeah. All right. What about you, Alex?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with one of my favorites is Jake Paul. He's a great entertainer, and he's a great boxer.
Yep.
And
The problem
I'm
child.
gonna the problem
Hell
child.
yeah.
Yeah, Tyson Fury. I look up to
Okay.
him.
The
When he
Gypsy
got
King.
up
The Gypsy
when he
King.
got
Hell
up
yeah.
from yeah when he got up from getting knocked down. That
Yeah, that was
that
against
really
Deontay Wilder. That was a crazy
yes.
moment. I was actually watching that a
That fight was
couple.
crazy.
Yeah, that was a good fight, and that was a great trilogy too. Those guys were just meant to fight each other.
Yeah.
But who's the third?
And
Who's the third?
the third, I'm gonna go with Mike Tyson.
Hell yeah! I
Uh,
knew he had to make the list. He's got to be on there.
yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
Yep.
awesome. Yeah. So
he's
do you guys
awesome.
have any upcoming fights that are scheduled?
Honestly, I'm recovering from my hand surgery I had 2 months ago still,
Yep.
but hoping to get back in the octagon by December. If not December, I'm hoping January.
Okay, hell yeah. What about you, Alex? Any upcoming bouts?
Nothing scheduled right now, but I'm looking around the beginning of next year sometime.
Okay, hell yeah. All right. Well, that was Changing Gears. Dan and Alex, the fighters. Show them some love in the link in the description below. I'll link them. Show some support, some love. And this was Chris here with Changing Gears. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.